Hello Emirates Wannabes, welcome back. Today I'm with Petra. She is part of the Emirates Wannabes, and she met on her open day yesterday in Prague. She met Annette, and she's also part of the Emirates Wannabes. So you see, Emirates Wannabes connects people. It's so nice. I'm so happy about it. She went all the way from Croatia in Zagreb, all the way to Prague, like such a crazy commitment, 10 hours of a bus ride. She took a hotel room. In the same hotel, they held the open day.
Yes.
I never saw someone more dedicated than you. You gotta give it up to this girl, like, really. Today's lesson is sponsored by the Emirates Wannabes Facebook group, getting you in touch with real Emirates flight attendants. It's the only online community made of Emirates cabin crew, ex-Emirates cabin crew, and aspiring cabin crew helping each other. Join now, it's free. Find the links down in the description. You were telling me a little bit about your passion in aviation. Like, you like aviation, you like Emirates, and so in order for you to get into aviation as quickly and as in the best way possible, you chose to get in with Emirates because you don't want to choose any company. You really want to choose the best company out there.
Yes.
So you were saying you met Annette?
Yes, and we made friends with another girl. Open day started. We were first to drop off our CV.
How many of you were there?
49.
49 people.
Yeah,
okay.
which is not a lot, I think. And that CV drop-off was everything but a drop-off.
She didn't even read the CV, not even for 1 second.
No, she took it, gave me a number and put it aside. And that's what she was doing for all the CVs.
So, Emirates Wannabes, you see what's changing? Sometimes they don't check the CVs at all,
Yes.
and they put it on the side. Then probably in some moment between a group exercise and the next group exercise, when they're saying who passes and who doesn't, they'll probably be checking the CV with a ATS scan, a computer software that reads the CV and it sees if it's satisfactory or not, if the sections are structured well. So I do recommend you guys going and checking in our Emirates Wannabes Facebook group and checking the CV templates. Try to do it as well as possible, close to those examples that we have, because they are introducing new systems. Newer and newer systems are being adopted, and so I think that Petra is in the new system rolling in. This link in the upper right corner is our masterclass series on joining Emirates. It's free, it'll always be free, and it's a gold mine. Trust us. Follow it from the beginning to the very end.
We were divided into two groups, around 24 people, 25 groups of 3. We got the damned picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Explain why it's damned. This doomed picture.
Yes,
why you hate it so much.
All 3 of us failed with that same picture
On the previous
first
open day.
Yes.
Because she went to an open day already. She had the same group exercise with the same picture, and that's why she calls it doomed picture, because she failed with it the first time.
And the second.
And the second time, so she failed the second time. Look, you aced it. You know that you did it well. You knew that you were ready. You were ready psychologically.
Yes.
You were ready because you prepared yourself and you studied it well. You knew what to do.
And what to say.
And what to say. You were confident. You slept well enough.
Did my presentation well, not too fast, not too slow, smiling, not looking at the recruiter. I was ignoring her. Like, even when we were discussing stuff, we were really discussing it as a team. It was like...
It was a complete teamwork.
Yes, there was no shouting, no interrupting. Even when someone interrupted, it was like, I'm sorry that I interrupted you, but maybe we should also add this. And we were really working as a real crew.
That's great, that's great.
And we failed. We saw no reason to be discarded, and we were sure we had just bad luck.
I don't know if the audio is any good. There's a little bit of wind, and I didn't bring my professional camera, so I'm doing it on my phone, and hopefully the audio is good. Also, we did meet a couple of days earlier than this day that you're watching today, but the audio didn't work. So that's why we met again to do another video. Yes, talking about bad luck. We were talking about the CV not being checked at all by the recruiter. What is your CV like? What were those skills that you put in that you thought that would help you in getting this job? You have a good CV background. May I ask you, which are your skills?
I outlined the languages I know, work in a customer service.
You work for Zara?
Yes, for that company, for Inditex, yes.
On this part, customer service, you have skills and it's in there.
Yeah.
You were a skipper, you said, for
yes,
like on rafting. So also this is another skill that you added, and it's like a very rich skill.
How to swim well, because you need to know in wild water how to swim. You need to know how to get out, how to save someone if they start drowning. You need to know CPR. if something stings, then you need to have adrenaline with you and to help them. You need to know how
Okay,
to.
great.
You need to know.
Because in Emirates you get a training for the EpiPen on the use of it.
Yes.
So if you already have some training, that's kind of good.
You need to know how to react if someone has epileptic attack. Everything that can happen, you need to know. Also, we covered on our work like how to find the first exits in a case of fire, in a case of earthquake, in a case if someone tries to rob the store. So it's the same if someone tries to hijack the plane. If fire occurs, you need to know how to calm the people down, show them the first exit, announce what's going on in a calm way, not to show them panic. Like, I think I have the set of skills that Emirates is looking for, but they don't know it because nobody checked the CV.
You can have the best CV ever in the world, but if they don't check the CV, if they don't go through the paperwork, if it's a software doing it, they're just not going to select you for this.
You're doomed.
You're doomed.
And they don't know maybe what they're missing.
The ATS scanner is some computer-based scanner, and it will, of course, give credit to who has more skills and who has better skills and that are more tailored for the job. I think it does work, or they would not be using it. But it's still a computer. It's not a human-based system. So if you have like certain abilities and certain skills that are really good, and you know that they're good, and you might want to try to direct the recruiter towards the direction and understanding why they would be good and benefiting the company, you can't do that now in certain cases because the ATS scanner is doing the whole work. So there's no more human level. So I don't know if they're doing it already. I don't know. In this case, I think they have to, because if they don't check your CV, it's the only way. But I hope they don't take this direction, because if they do, it's going to be really hard to have a human interaction during the interview.
Yes.
I think it'll be hard. You were also asking me, what is the reason why you didn't pass? You went prepared, you slept well, you had a great CV, you followed all the guidelines, you have good content for your CV. What is the reason why they didn't hire you?
Yes.
This is the question that everybody asks themselves. I want to repeat what Maya said on our video. She's an Emirates business class crew member. She's currently working for Emirates, and we interviewed her some time ago in Prague, and she said these very words, very, very helpful words, encouraging people not to think that you're crap because you're not up for the task. What would you say to aspiring cabin crew that have failed 3 times at their open day? How would you encourage them?
Keep trying, don't lose hope. There's a lot of crew who told me they failed 6 times, I think, before they finally got in. Sometimes they are in a hiring mood, so they will hire a lot. Sometimes it's just because of the market. It's not because of you. If you've rejected 2-3 times, sometimes it can kind of hurt your self-esteem, or you think that maybe you're not Emirates material, but it's not the case. Sometimes it's just because they don't need cabin crew right now, and that's it. And keep trying, and hopefully we'll see you on a flight soon.
The reason why you are not being selected is because, for example, in your case, you can see she's a brunette, she has brown eyes, her features are not Czech that much, and she came for her interview in Czech Republic. So it could be, not always, but it could be that they were searching, for example, for girls that are blonde and blue eyes. Usually they hire anyone that is good, but in this case, they're missing people that are blonde and blue eyes, and so they're only hiring blonde and blue eyed people. Or maybe they're only hiring Czech people,
I see.
and they are not hiring anyone else. Emirates wannabes, don't you ever give up. If it happens that you're not being hired, don't think that you're not good. Think that Emirates spent money on doing a really good research on what they need, and they're only hiring based on their criteria. So that doesn't mean that you're not good. To avoid this problem, what I really recommend is probably going to a country where people look kind of like you. I would recommend maybe like Italy or Portugal or maybe Spain. They cannot use that as a reason not to hire you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Maybe they can discard you for ethnicity. Like, for example, you are from Croatia,
Yes.
and they need only people from Portugal. Then for that, there's nothing that we can do.
Of course.
But I will give you again my example. I went to Amsterdam and I passed many group exercises, and then I got kicked off. But it is still possible. So you see, I tried in a country that is not mine, and I could have managed getting the job. Then I flew to my country and I got the job.
I see.
There's a transition that is happening also in inputting details and information. For example, you pass your final interview and you have to give your information on a website.
see.
And when you're putting your information on the website, it's all digitalized, it's all automatic, but it hasn't been working for some people. The people that passed the final interview and that were waiting for the data to be inserted didn't work over the website, so they were waiting for the recruiter to do it manually. But because the recruiter is a human being and it's just one recruiter for many candidates, probably the recruiter forgot about this individual, and the individual in our group, he wasn't even called.
Oh,
no
that's
rejection
bad.
email, no nothing. There's absolutely no reason for you not to get the job. If I would talk to you over the phone and I would not see your face, I would not know that it was you on the phone. The way you're talking, the good English that you have, and the things that you say, I would even think that you're already a crew with Emirates.
Thank
really.
you.
Don't wait those 6 months. Try in another country the week after. Right?
Yeah.
Always.
Go and chase it. And also it's a big risk sometimes going to another country, but high risk, high reward, so try it.
Try to save money, maybe go with a low-cost airline. Don't check on booking.com, check maybe on Hostel World. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but Hostel World has like hostels for like €5 per night. That's crazy cheap, and sometimes breakfast is included. So try these things. If you have to get public transport, try to use a bus from the city center to the airport. Sometimes they hold the interviews in the airport. And try to keep the budget really low, so if that interview doesn't work, you go to another interview. Give yourself like 2 months time to get this Emirates interview all the way to the final interview, and if you didn't manage, then you'll have to wait those 6 months. Okay, but at least you reached the final interview. You know that everything is good, everything is in place. You just have to enrich your CV and try again, because Emirates loves when the candidates try and try and try again. There's people that are hired even after 10 times. That's mainly bad luck. It's quite too much, but they really like people trying and applying again and again and again, because it shows that you're really interested in their company and you will eventually get the job.
True.
Okay, so we're gonna say one Czech word today. It's na zdraví. It means to health, okay. And you gotta drink.
Yeah.
Na zdraví. In Croatian is živeli, right?
Živjeli, yes.
Živjeli. Again. Živjeli. We hope you liked it, and we hope it was kind of productive. I don't want you guys to think bad about yourselves. You always have to think good about yourselves. And that's it from me and Petra. Thank you for being with us, and we hope to see you on another next video. Maybe if you have a flight scheduled to Prague, or if you have an interview coming to Prague, come meet me. We can have a beer, play mini golf today. We played mini golf. It was amazing. And it was really nice meeting you.
Same.
You're really great, and I wish you the best of luck on another Emirates interview.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Come on. Now that's it for today's video. We want to thank you for watching till the very end. We thank you for your support and following. It's oxygen for us. We're trying to reach 2,000 subscribers, and only your help can make the difference. Subscribe, comment, like, and share if you care supporting us. We do travel guides too. Feel free to take a look at our popular low-cost travel guides here. Check our entire free Emirates MasterClass course here. We'd love to know your experience in the comments below. If you have any other questions, just ask and I will reply. As always, it's my pleasure to do videos. Hope you liked it, and keep it rolling, guys.